Back when I had low self-esteem, I had a friend who always told me how beautiful and intelligent I was. Eventually, I made a conscious effort to start believing the good things about myself, and guess what happened? That friendship began to crumble. Felt like this friend was fine with me having those traits as long as I didn't know I had them. I think this happened for a few reasons. First of all, there's a power imbalance. When someone is in charge of building you up, they feel like an architect and in control of your self-esteem, and the moment you start believing in yourself, you don't need their validation anymore, and that feels like a loss of power. By the way, this isn't just a friendship thing. This can happen in all types of relationships, from parents to romantic ones. Second reason I think this can happen is because your growth eventually becomes a mirror. When I stayed small and insecure, it was safe for them, but when I leveled up and started owning my space, it forced them to look at their own stagnancy, and it was easier to point fingers at me than to look at themselves honestly. Lastly, some people do have a savior complex where they only know how to love the version of you that needs fixing, and once you're fixed, they don't know what their role in your life is anymore. So they try to shrink you back down to a size they can manage or control. Because I grew into knowing myself very well, the claims she made about me felt as bizarre as it would be to hear someone tell you your favorite food is hamburgers when you know it's not. I wasn't even mad. I was just like, oh, you completely misunderstand who I am. Let me know if this has happened to you or whether you've been the person to do this to somebody else. I wouldn't judge you for, by the way, because sometimes we do things without even knowing we're doing them. This video is a part of my Hot Takes with Cake series, and the full recipe is in the caption below.